Today, we have some intriguing news to share about Qatar Airways and their regret over a significant decision they made. In a recent interview, Qatar Airways Group CEO Akbar Al Baker revealed that their biggest mistake was purchasing the Airbus A380. These big mistakes got a huge impact on Qatar Airways. Background and Qatar's mistake. Qatar Airways, a renowned airline based in Qatar, found itself in a predicament regarding its fleet of Airbus A380 Super Jumbos. The airline confirmed that 5 out of its 10 A380 aircraft were impaired, casting doubt on the future of the remaining 5 quad jets. This announcement left the aviation industry and passengers wondering about the reasons behind Qatar Airways' decision to retire these relatively young aircraft. The average age of the A380s in question was a mere 5.9 years, with some planes not even reaching the age of 4. Retiring these aircraft early poses a significant financial burden on the airline. The cost of acquiring and maintaining the A380s is substantial, and retiring them prematurely translates into a significant loss for Qatar Airways. While Qatar Airways did not provide specific reasons for impairing the A380s, it is likely that a combination of factors influenced their decision. One prominent factor could be the changing dynamics of the aviation industry. The rise in fuel prices over the years has made operating and maintaining the fuel-thirsty A380s economically challenging. Additionally, advancements in aircraft design and technology have resulted in more fuel-efficient and cost-effective alternatives such as the Boeing 787 and Airbus A350, which have become the mainstay of Qatar Airways' fleet. Another factor that may have contributed to Qatar Airways' decision is the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the aviation industry. The pandemic led to a severe decline in air travel demand, forcing airlines worldwide to reassess their fleet plans and focus on more efficient and sustainable operations. The A380, with its large capacity, became less viable at a time when airlines were prioritizing flexibility and cost-effectiveness. CEO's admission. During an exclusive interview, Qatar Airways Group CEO Akbar Al Baker openly acknowledged that acquiring the Airbus A380s was the airline's most significant mistake. Al Baker expressed his regret, leaving no room for ambiguity, as he stated, "In my opinion, looking back, it was the biggest mistake we did, to purchase A380s." This frank admission by the CEO highlights the seriousness of the decision and the subsequent consequences faced by the airline. It takes a certain level of humility and transparency for a CEO to publicly acknowledge such a mistake. Al Baker's statement reflects the airline's willingness to learn from its past decisions and adapt its strategy accordingly. Qatar Airways CEO's admission emphasizes the challenges faced by the airline in operating and maintaining the A380s. It also underscores the changing dynamics of the aviation industry, where factors such as rising fuel prices and advancements in aircraft design have rendered the A380 less viable for airlines. By openly acknowledging the mistake, Al Baker demonstrates a commitment to making informed decisions in the future, focusing on efficiency, sustainability, and the overall success of Qatar Airways. Qatar's A380 journey. Qatar Airways embarked on its A380 journey in 2001 when it initially placed an order for 2 of these jumbo aircraft. At that time, Qatar Airways became the 9th customer to show interest in the A380, with a relatively modest order. However, as time went on, the airline recognized the potential of the A380 and decided to expand its fleet. During the 2007 Paris Air Show, Qatar Airways increased its order, adding 3 more A380s to its fleet. This demonstrated the airline's growing confidence in the aircraft and its desire to capitalize on the A380's capabilities. Qatar Airways further solidified its commitment to the A380 by ordering an additional 5 of these Super Jumbos at the 2011 Dubai Air Show. This expansion of the A380 fleet reflected Qatar Airways' ambitious plans and its vision for growth in the aviation industry. The airline's decision to increase its order signaled its intention to leverage the A380's spaciousness and passenger capacity to serve high-demand routes and provide a luxurious travel experience to its customers. However, with the passage of time and changing market dynamics, Qatar Airways reevaluated its stance on the A380. ultimately leading to the CEO's recent admission that acquiring these aircraft was their biggest mistake. The journey from initial interest to regret showcases the airline's evolving perspective and highlights the challenges faced by airlines in navigating the complex world of fleet planning and optimization. Reasons for regret. According to Akbar Al Baker, the CEO of Qatar Airways, there are several reasons behind the airline's regret regarding the acquisition of the Airbus A380. When the A380 was initially launched in 2002, it held great promise. However, a combination of rising fuel prices and design flaws ultimately contributed to the downfall of the aircraft. The unexpected events of the 9/11 tragedy, the global financial crisis, and disruptions in the Gulf region significantly impacted the aviation industry. These events led to an increase in oil prices, making the A380's fuel consumption and operating costs financially burdensome for airlines. The economic implications of rising fuel prices rendered the A380 impractical and less viable as an option for carriers. Al Baker mentioned design flaws as another factor contributing to the airline's regret. While he did not specify the exact nature of these flaws, it is plausible that engineering or operational inefficiencies played a role. Over time, as airlines sought more fuel-efficient and cost-effective alternatives, the A380's shortcomings became more apparent. The confluence of these factors led to Qatar Airways' acknowledgement that the purchase of the A380 was a mistake. The airline's regret highlights the challenges faced by carriers in adapting to changing market conditions and underscores the importance of considering long-term operational and economic feasibility when investing in aircraft. A380 impact on operators. The impact of the Airbus A380 on operators has been significant, with several airlines facing challenges and making decisions regarding the future of their A380 fleets. Qatar Airways' decision not to reintroduce any A380s for passenger service aligns with similar actions taken by other operators. Air France, for instance, bid farewell to its A380 fleet, permanently retiring the aircraft. This move reflects the airline's strategic shift towards more efficient and cost-effective options in its fleet. Similarly, Lufthansa has indefinitely parked its A380 planes, indicating uncertainty about their return to service. The airline, like many others, has been compelled to reassess its fleet composition in light of changing market conditions. Even neighboring airline Etihad, which also operates the A380, has expressed hesitation about bringing back the aircraft. This hesitation reflects the challenges associated with operating the A380 in the current aviation landscape, including high operating costs, lower demand for large-capacity aircraft, and the ongoing focus on sustainability and fuel efficiency. The decisions made by Qatar Airways and other operators highlight the financial and operational considerations that have influenced the fate of the A380. These airlines have recognized the need to align their fleets with market demand, cost efficiency, and environmental sustainability. As a result, the future of the A380 remains uncertain, with operators increasingly leaning towards more fuel-efficient and adaptable aircraft options that better suit evolving industry requirements. Disadvantages and sustainability. According to Akbar Al Baker, airlines continuing to operate the A380 will encounter two significant disadvantages. The first is the substantially higher operating costs associated with the aircraft. The A380's fuel consumption and maintenance expenses contribute to its higher operational expenses compared to more fuel-efficient alternatives. The second disadvantage, highlighted by Al Baker, is the environmental impact of the A380. In an era where sustainability is a growing concern, environmentally conscious travelers often opt to avoid flying on A380s due to their higher emissions. This preference for more eco-friendly options can potentially impact the passenger demand for flights operated by A380s. In contrast, Qatar Airways has shifted its focus towards sustainability and efficiency. The airline considers the Boeing 787 and Airbus A350 as the mainstay of its fleet. These aircraft are known for their fuel efficiency and lower CO2 emissions, aligning with Qatar Airways' commitment to environmental responsibility and reducing its carbon footprint. focus on fuel efficiency. Qatar Airways' decision to ground its A380s stems from its recognition of the aircraft's fuel inefficiency. Akbar Al Baker emphasized the airline's focus on fuel efficiency and sustainability, highlighting the superior performance of their Boeing 787s and Airbus A350s. These aircraft are known for their remarkable fuel efficiency and low CO2 emissions, making them pivotal in Qatar Airways' efforts to achieve their sustainability goals. Al Baker expressed doubt about the future market prospects of the A380, stating that he does not believe there is a market for the aircraft in the foreseeable future. This statement reflects the airline's belief that the A380's fuel inefficiency and higher operating costs outweigh its potential benefits in the evolving aviation landscape, passenger choices, and the environment. While acknowledging that passengers often appreciate the A380 for its quietness and comfort, Akbar Al Baker emphasizes that environmental impact should take precedence over personal preferences. He believes that making choices that prioritize reducing damage to the environment is crucial in the aviation industry. Al Baker's statement reflects a growing awareness and concern for the ecological consequences of air travel. With sustainability becoming an increasingly important consideration, passengers are being encouraged to make environmentally conscious choices when it comes to their travel options. This includes opting for aircraft that are more fuel efficient and emit lower levels of greenhouse gases. And that wraps up today's video on Qatar Airways' biggest mistake, the Airbus A380. With the group CEO openly admitting their regret over the purchase, it seems unlikely that we'll see a Qatar Airways A380 in the foreseeable future. As always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow aviation enthusiasts. Until next time, fly safe and stay curious.